Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. Like I said, I got a lot of work and, a lot of stuff. I'm pretty much only getting this video in because I have a vacation time, so I'm able to do a lot more stuff on the railway. This right here is my new model. It's not really new, it's an older model, but my new custom model of some random privately owned consolidation. I know it says New Haven on the tender. I plan to actually switch out tender shell with my 3016 model, just so, I needed some decals for that locomotive, and I haven't gotten my hands on any in the past 2 train shows that I've been to, and eBay's not really helpful with that, so I might just switch out the shell with 3016s, and yeah, hopefully I can get one without decals on this thing so I can make it my own. I don't know what railroad to put on this engine. Maybe it could be my own personal, but I don't know yet. Probably just going to be some privately owned company. Though this locomotive has gone through a few cosmetic changes. One thing I've done to it is on the boiler, you could see I've actually glued some wires onto it to make it look like there's piping there. I know there is already, but it gives it a good 3D look, and I actually like it. Another thing I did was the front pilot is actually shortened. You could probably see down here it kind of looks sloppy. That's because I actually shortened it. It was extended because this is basically the base model for IHC, I believe this. It's basically the base model for consolidations, Mikados, and OAOs. So to make a consolidation with a front pony truck, they had to extend the front pilot. Why? I don't know. Probably for sharper corners. Though luckily my layout has pretty sharp corners, and yeah, she can make it just fine. So I cut it. It always annoyed me, so I felt like I had the liberty to cut it down, and it looks so much more nicer, believe me. I also added some handrails going to those. There are just some chopped up paper clips, nothing too special about them. Something I did though was the bell a while ago used to sit up there, though it fell off, and I decided, why not just move it up to the front? It makes a lot more sense. I see. This is not supposed to be the New Haven 158. I might change the number at some point. I don't know. It's not intended to be that type of locomotive is the point, even though this is pretty far off from the actual locomotive. So yeah, I want to make this as unique as I can, even though I feel like that shortening the pilot actually did make it closer to the locomotive. So another thing I did to it to make it more or less like the original is I took off the front ladders and put some clay where there was holes for the ladders to slit in. Jeez, I can't talk today. Yeah, that's another thing that annoyed me, because the original model, I believe, started out as a Chattanooga choo-choo for Tyco, and they sold the tooling to IHC or whoever outbought them, and they basically kind of made the model better. This thing runs beautifully, and I haven't had any problems with it, other than there used to be a cord going from the inside of the cab to the tender. I don't know if you could probably see it on this side, but there's a hole down there, and that's where it's supposed to plug. That's where it's supposed to plug into. Though it broke once because it just got so annoying, and I think I ripped it on accident apart, and it just got lodged in there. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Tender's completely the same. I haven't done anything to it. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna switch out the shell with the one on 3016 because they're the same tender. I mean, I have 20 of these tenders just on me, and yeah, it gets annoying. Another thing I did was I painted the model a lot. There's gold and white lining everywhere. There's gold on the wheels, which is inspired by the Connecticut Valley Railroad's 97. The whole model kind of is. I mean, I just was bored, and I was like, what do I do for a custom? And yeah, I was thinking about that locomotive, and I decided to do my own take on a privately owned consolidation. So I painted most of this stuff gold. I know, similar to the Pennsylvania Railroad, where the early locomotives had yellow, like, ovals on the spokes of the wheels going down to the middle of it. Yeah, F off. I'm not doing that. Yeah, hell no. No way in hell would I. I mean, maybe I could just, like, do a little dash, but no, absolutely not. So on all the little, like, joints, I would paint gold. Along with the smoke box, I hand painted this and the roof. Personally, I like painting with a paintbrush, as I don't have to tape much off, and it just has a texture to it. I don't know if you could get up, but it just has texture to it, and I really like that. An artist myself, claim to be. I'm not very good, but I painted the front of the cylinder caps on the pistons, and horrible. And on the front of the, what do you call it? A pilot. Along with the number plate, the builder's plate, I painted it red with gold, as I probably will to the rest of my locomotives. Yeah, so this locomotive, as I said, runs great. I'm gonna get to the running session of it. But I come up here. Yeah, we're doing a lot of work on the layout recently. We're putting plaster on the tunnel portal, around the tunnel portals. Oh, jeez, I can't talk. So yeah, most of the track is just taped off, and we're going to be doing it to this little mound here. So I put a bunch of heavy things on top of it just to weigh it down, and you can see my American Flyer Hudson on there. Yeah, also the tape doesn't help much, but you know, it'll work. So that's probably going to be masked off. I wanted to record this before I do all of that, just because I want to give it some running. I actually ran this thing at a party, a friend's party, and it ran really great there. I didn't get the best shots because my other friend brought his 080, a River Rossi engine. And, well, yeah, it just kept on getting in the way because it's faster than this one. But hey, I'll give this locomotive a few up and down the lines on this layout, up to where it's taped. Well, that marks the end. Sorry I couldn't get a full rundown of it going around the entire way out, but hey, you get what you get. And yeah, we still need to add a second layer to this. Actually, it's pretty nice. But well, if you want to see more of this, wait for the next month. I hope it won't be. See ya.